Okay, we're gonna give you some assistance for this sample 11A mini assessment 2. An inequality is modeled below. So it tells you what each of these stand for, these icons. And so the first thing I want to do is write this algebraically. So what I mean is, well, how many x's do I have? If each circle represents an x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6x. 6x minus 1, 2, 3, those are negatives, so parentheses -3 is greater or less than, and how many positives do I have here? What, 3, 6, 9. Okay, I can solve it algebraically using this inequality. Or I can do what we've been doing in class. Well, how would you solve this? You know, think about it. Okay, and so now, what happens to this here? If I do it algebraically, I would use the strategy number KCC. Okay, and so then I would have 6x plus 3 is less than 9. If I use KCC, okay? Keep, change, change, keep, change, and change. And so now I have this. And so now what I'm going to do is follow this. So now I'm going to draw the 6x's there. I'm going to change these guys. I'm going to change this to plus, and I'm going to change these to positives. Okay. And so now I have this. 6x plus 3 is less than 9. Okay. And so now can I eliminate from both sides? Can I cancel? Do I have the same thing on both sides? And yes, I do. I can cancel 1, 2, 3 with 1, 2, 3. And now these 6 x's are going to share what's left. They're going to share 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to share 6 positives. So how much would each of these get? Okay, so think about it. There's 6 of them here, and there's 6 positive ones. So how much would each x get? In other words, there's 6 people, there's $6. How much would each person get if they're sharing that much money? Okay, all right, and you can answer that. Number 2, a large number is 2 more than 3 times a smaller number x. The large number is 17. Which are the correct model and solution for this situation? Okay, so then I know. A yellow highlight. Okay. And so then I know that a large number, so a large number is equals, and I know the large number is 17. So I'm 17 equals, because a large number, which is large number 17, a large number is equals 2 more than, so 2 plus 3 times, that means 3 multiplied 3 times something, 3 times a smaller number x. So 3 times the smaller number, but instead of using put 3 times, instead of saying 3 times smaller number, we say 3 times x, so 3x. And so I look at my equation here, and so I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to say 3x plus 2 equals 17. All I did was put the 17 on the other side, and put this in the front, and this next to it, on the right side, and then I can solve it. Okay, first thing I will do is take 2 from both sides. This goes away. You got 3x equals 17 plus -2 is 15. Okay, so now we have 3x equals 15. All I do is bring it over here. Okay, and so now what do we do next? Well, we divide by 3 both sides, because you want to isolate for the variable, which is x. Okay. X equals 5. Number 3 there. Ask yourself, can I cancel from both sides? And you should say no, because there's no positives over here. There's no negatives over here. There's negative x's, but there's no negative x's over here. So then first thing you do is you gotta add. You have to add a zero pair. So I have to add a negative. Why a negative? Because a zero, this is what a zero pair is. A zero pair is one positive and one negative. That's a zero pair. It has a value of 0. So we want to get rid of this by adding a zero pair. But what I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. And so I had one over there, one over here to keep it balanced. And now I can get rid of that. That's the zero pair. And so what I have left is that 3 negative x's. So I'll put here 3 negative x's is equal to, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negative. And so what I do next, I'm going to divide. Divide by whatever's next to the x. Divide by 3. Not just 3, but negative 3, because it's a negative in front. So this is negative 3. This goes away. And so my answer is 6 divided by 3 is 2. Negative divided by a negative is positive. So then positive 2. Okay. Number 4. Write an equation and solution are correct for the model. Oh, sorry. Which equation and solution are correct for the model? First thing you have to ask yourself, can I eliminate from both sides? You should say yes, because there's a positive 1, positive 1. I can also eliminate x's from both sides. There's x on both sides. There's 1, 1, 1, 1. And so now my x is alone, and whatever's left is the answer, because there's nothing else there. No more variables, no more x's over here. So this guy gets everything that's left. Can figure that out. Easy. Okay, number 5. Again, this is the model. This is the algebraic equation. This is the model. Ask yourself, can I eliminate from both sides? You should say yes, because look, you get 1 was 1, another one, another one, another one, another one. Okay, you have whatever. Remember, you can either take away or you can add. We take away because we have the same thing. They're both positives. And so what do we have? We have 3 x's, and they're going to share this. Okay, so think about it. That's 3x on this side equals 3, 6, 7. And so they're going to share those. Those 3x are going to share those 7. How much would each one get? Okay, thank you. Shout out to Alexandra. Awesome student. And so think there. How much would each x get? So they're sharing this much. So think there. Well, each one could get, I think 2, right? Each one can get 2 of these guys. Yeah, each one can get 2, but each one has to share this guy. So think about it. I have to slice this guy into 3 different sections. Each piece goes to one person. So they each got 2 because there's enough for 2 for each. But then they gotta share this guy. So you gotta slice it into 3 pieces. Think about your choice. Okay. Number 6, all you gotta do is solve it algebraically. Okay. The first number you have to understand, you have to isolate for the variable. The variable is x. So we're gonna leave this guy alone. We gotta get rid of this. Always think, okay, add the opposite. So we add the opposite of -5. It's a positive 5. You have to add it to both sides to keep it balanced. This goes away, and you bring down the 2.5x. 5 plus 5 is 10. What do we do next? We have to isolate for the variable. This here is multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we divide both sides. We get rid of this, and so now, what does that give you? And that'll give you your answer. Okay, same thing here, number 7. 4.5 would be 4.5x plus 1 equals 10. First thing you do, you want to isolate for the variable x. I need to get rid of this plus 1. The opposite of plus 1 is a minus 1. This goes away. Bring down the 4.5x. 10 plus -1 is 9. What are you going to do next? When you see them next to each other, it's multiplication. So you have to divide. Divide both sides by 4.5. Okay, and what's the final answer? Well, 9 divided by 4.5 gives you the answer. Remember, this is decimal here, 4.5. Okay, figure it out. Number 8, Ask yourself, can I cancel from both sides? If you have positives you can cancel. And whatever's left, these guys are going to share what's left. Don't forget to do that. This one, number 9, do it like number 6 and 7. Always think of the opposite. Opposite of negative minus 3.2 would be 3.2. So we'll put 3.2 on both sides. This goes away. Bring the 2.1x down. Oh, it's an inequality. It's not an equal sign. So inequality here. And then we add here 13.6 plus 3.2 is 16.8. And so what do we do next? This is multiplication. The opposite is to divide. So we divide by 2.1. And so 16.8 divided by 2.1. Okay, you have to figure that out. Okay. Number 10. The sum of the length and width of a rectangle is more than 20 units. Okay. The sum means addition. And so I know it's length plus width is more than 20. Okay? So the sum plus length and width. So length plus width. The length is 5 units more than twice the width, x. So I know they're using for width, they're using x. So I'm going to put, okay, this guy is x. Okay? If that's x, what's the length? The length is 5 units more, so that's 5 plus. 5 plus twice the width. 2 times the width is x. So 2 times x. So that means that this guy would be 2x plus 5. And so then I would solve it this way. Okay, we have 2x plus x is 3x. 3x plus 5 is less than 20. Okay, solve this, the rest of it, and you'll get the answer. All right, good luck. Hopefully this has helped you. Peace.